Arnold with hello, Croizo. Welcome back. I'm going to be trying a different screen recording app today, seeing how that goes. Fingers crossed it might be more successful than the last one. We shall see. I'm not feeling hugely optimistic. Got a horrible feeling it might be my phone. But if I don't say it at the end, please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. However, and may death come swiftly to your enemies. But I'll chuck all that in now. So please remember to like, share, comment, etc., etc., etc. So here we are on my base. Just going around it now. I was going to have a quick look at this mission. Going to do the mission. So some missions will come up in the course of playing this, like this one. Now, this one was limited to one dweller. You could only send one person. And the dweller had to be equipped with a junk jet, which is one of the weirder weapons from the games that fire junk at people. So obviously I had to either build or find a junk jet. And luckily enough, I stumbled across one in a previous mission. So sometimes it's worth keeping a few weapons, even if you don't think you're going to use them, because you never know what a quest might require, especially like the rarer weapons. I tend not to. Well, I tend to try and hang on to the blue and yellow weapons and just sell off the green ones because they turn up quite a lot. And I try and make sure most of my dwellers are carrying a sort of fairly decent gun, even inside the vault, because they, you're going to get attacked by things like rad scorpions and everything else, and they have a nasty habit of killing all your dwellers, or your unarmed dwellers anyway. And it's often worth having the dwellers in decent suits, which again is a bit different to the TV show and the games, because in the games the vault dwellers nearly always just stay in vault suits. But there we are. So obviously this guy is equipped with the junk jet. So if I zoom in here, it should, there we are, fire all manner of junk to these guys. He's also got the little robot brain, who is from the TV series. Possibly in the game as well. I don't know. I can't recall seeing him in the game. So there we are. I just fired a bit of junk at him. Then it does the graphics. If memory serves, you get all sorts of random junk gets fired at people. There we are. I just fired a clock at him, which is quite nice. So you can take out your enemies. As has been pointed out, you can kill your enemies with like a teddy bear and stuff like that. So the junk jet's a bit of fun. So now I have to do this alone. Yes, you do have to do it alone. That was like one of the requirements of the mission. So yeah, some missions. Normally with any of the quests, you can send 3 dwellers. This one is limited to 1. Here, and he's doing a fairly good job. What's it? Maximus. Oh, it was Maximus. I put him in the suit of power armor, which actually works quite well because Maximus is a power armor user in the film. The TV series. Sorry. I do like the TV series. I think it's been very well done. And moving on, really sort of captures the feel of the game, the rather dark concept, and who is behind the end of the world, and that all remains to be seen. Generally, I'm sort of hoping there'll be some questions answered during the course of the show, but I don't know if there will or not. So that guy's now dead. So he's just working his way through these guys. Firing junk at them because they're at the back. I can't really see what junk he's firing at the minute. Pew, pew, pew. Come on. Let's get this done. His health is beginning to drop. Kill that one off. Bump. There we go. Loot them for money. Can't remember exactly what you get for this one. This feels like the right way. When your dwellers say, when your people say, oh, this feels like the right way, or this feels like the wrong way, they are actually right nearly all the time. But it makes very little difference if you're planning on exploring the whole complex anyway. So yeah, they do sometimes say, oh, this feels right, this feels wrong. That's, just go with it. But most of the time I explore the whole of whatever complex I'm questing in anyhow. So it's not a massive saving. Not helpful really to know which way to turn, but I suppose it is in some ways. Right, so going up to the next level. This vault does appear, this place I'm exploring, to be completely filled with enemies. So this might be one where I'm fighting in every single room. Yep. So far I've fought in literally every single room. There's not been a room without it. Vault somebody. Oh, Deanna, how are you doing today? That is a spam account which I need to block. It's one of those. You go on Instagram and people who follow you start asking you questions. It's not real. It's not real. I know my limitations. I'm not going to get mysterious, large-chested blonde ladies in their 20s chasing after me. That's just realism. Tell you what, give it up, and we get to go. How am I killing so if you want a little thing? How about no? Right, so I have to kill them. I can't remember actually what the purpose of the quest is, but I'm killing everyone today. Down they go. Boom. Kill. Timer's still going on my recording thing at the minute, so that's good. Let's have one of those. And get some more killing in there. Down, come on. Let's get rid of this one. Pew. The brain does its little attack. Does seem to help a little bit, the brain, I think, but not that much. Bunk. And Junk Jet has now been tested on enemies. That actually seems to be the end of the mission, if I wanted it to be. Quite why just those 3 specific raiders rather than all the other raiders I've fought? I don't know. But I will probably carry on. There's first room without any enemies in it. So now I've got 4 floors to go, so it's going to take quite a while, this one. I will probably actually pause the video here and finish off because I am now just sort of wandering through, and the mission itself, is it actually fully accomplished? Oh, no, I've still got more enemies to get. So this one, it's not enough to fight one set of enemies. There's a specific set that must be killed. Rubbish, 1.25, that's terrible. Oh, there we are. So that's tested it on the rad roaches. What again? I'm like, why these specific ones? But never mind. There's plenty of things I've killed, but seem to be needing the right ones. It's pretty effective, the Junk Jet. To be fair, it's quite a powerful weapon in the game, and it's doing a pretty good job. I can't complain. Pew pew. There we are. That's one mole rat dead, and soon to be followed by the second one. Yeah, Junk Jet. You can see it knocks about over half of the health off each with each hit. Not a quick weapon though, long reload time. Or recharge time. There we are. This isn't as bad as I imagined. It's worse. I don't know it's that bad. Compared to some of the other places I've sent him. And he's not a vault. He didn't start off in the vault. So here we are. Rad roaches again. Not sure what they fired at them that time. If you look closely, you can see whatever junk is being shot out of the cannon. Sometimes more obvious than others. So yes, that was the teddy bear then. So I killed somebody with a teddy bear. Always good. Right, move on. Let's see. Hopefully I'll find the next set of people soonish. Obviously, I may have said I may have decided it was too obvious, but everything that you can pick up is always sparkly. It sparkles away to itself, so you know that you don't miss anything, basically. If you can see it sort of glittering, then there'll be something you can pick up. Otherwise, there's not really anything you need to tap on the screen. So we've got 1 floor, I think, to go. And we've still obviously got to find 1 group of enemies. There's nothing in that room. You do occasionally get rooms which are completely empty. It's not the radiation out here, it's the cooties. Ooh, cooties. So let's go on into this one. 2. I don't think these 2 will be... It seems you've got to have a boss leader for it to count as the ones I'm actually here to test the weapon on. The rest of them are just casually being killed. But, there we are. That is the way. Down he goes. Boom. And 1 more. Bam. Come on. There we are. He's gone. Let's get their loot. To the victors go the spoils, indeed. And this must be where the last group are hanging out. Oh yeah, there we are. There's a mole. There is a mole rat matriarch. I think they refer to them as in this game. They're the big ones. They do periodically produce more mole rats. Yeah, there we are. So here come the other mole rats. They are obviously fairly tough. I think they can only do that once. I don't think it does it over and over again. Could do with this one being... This is going to be the toughest one. They're easily harder than the the glowing Radroach or the what was the other one I fought a minute ago? Oh, the Raiders. Raiders are nearly always the easiest actually. Which which is how, I mean, a big difference between Fallout and real life. So obviously in real life, the most dangerous thing you'll encounter nearly always is people, and in Fallout, it's not. It's often other things. So there's, I'm not sure how many, I think Brood Mother, I think it's called, thinking about it. The mole rat brood mother, how many mole rats she birthed then? So I've got a few more to kill, and he's just carrying on doing that in his own slow and methodical way. Anyway, once this one is dead, I will have completed the quest and I can return to base, but it just remains for me to say, as ever, thank you for watching. The recorder has not let me down at the moment. I can see it's still ticking away at the bottom there. Thank you for watching. Do please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. When this last mole rat is killed, I'll collect the last of the loot and return to base. Let's just check if there's any decent loot before I finish. Come on. I'm rubbish at these. I never get them. Not very good at the getting the key, 5 times powerful, perfect hit. Anyway, there we are. That's all the loot. Nothing terribly amazing, but worth having. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And it just remains for me to say, au revoir, goodbye, and may death come swiftly to your enemies.